knows me already. So I, photographer, I used to work in the weddings for 10 years in UK, everywhere, Spain, Dubai, everywhere. But what happened in the world? I have no more jobs, but I'm not giving up. And we have restaurant as well. My partner is have restaurant for 1 year, open new one in Chapter1. But what happened in the world affects both of us big time. So that's why I jumped to the business, and I'm so thankful to Ruta. She showed me this why I love this business. I can work from everywhere, from the car, from my house, from the restaurant, from any country. That's amazing because I hate when someone controlling me. I love freedom. I love to be free, no control. So yeah, guys, it's amazing, amazing, and amazing. And what is here I can see in this business, I'm only 3 months. It's not like we're learning how to build a business and how to make the money. It's not only that. We're learning mindset, how to control our thinking, how to write down goals. I used to know this, that, like books, amazing. I have plenty in my house, a lot of books, but I never practice. How I start practice here, 1 month. Beginning, I didn't even write down goals. I was like, okay, I'm gonna write down. But now when I start writing down goals every day, consistent, I can see results every day. I was shocked. Sometimes I was like, wow, this is miracle. So yes, guys, grab the pens, grab the notes, and write down and listen carefully what our golden nuggets gonna share with us. Thanks for joining this call, and
okay.
And Ros Garcia, can you hear me?
Okay.
I give it to you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I
Thank
can hear
you.
you.
So just I
Thank
would
you.
ask if
So
everyone could mute
I would
themselves.
ask if everyone could mute themselves.
Let me just mute Sabil here. Sorry for muting you, Sabil, but I have to do that. Hey guys, so
Oh no, Ros,
we're
please
operating
no.
with yes. Well, at least that you have a sense of humor. So Napoleon Hill always talks about this is having humility of the heart, having a humor, being happy. And look, guys, there's going to be times, I don't care how much you study this information, we're operating on a level, on a frequency. And today, like I told you guys earlier, last night I wasn't feeling good. Today I wasn't feeling good. Why? Because things happen that are out of our control. Bob Proctor says, I've been working with Bob Proctor as a consultant with Proctor Gallagher since 2016. I don't operate on fear. I don't work in competition. There is no competition. I truly believe in this information. If I didn't believe in this information, I wouldn't be here at noon providing this information for people in the group. So I'm an example. I'm a product of what we teach, what Napoleon Hill teaches, what Bob Proctor teaches, because it happened to me. Being wealthy is just a state of mind. The money, the nice watches, the cars, the house, you're going to get those things. Okay. Everybody wants those things. But the more you understand that you have emotions, you have feelings, and you have to be aware that there's going to be people out there that might not feel the way you do. They might not relate to what you're talking about. They might not understand, and they might, do something to push your buttons or to maybe make you happy. Who knows? It just depends how you see it. It's called having a perception, how to change the way you see things. How would see that's why I I love doing these calls, because not only do I help other people, but I help myself. I listen to myself here, guys. Why? Because I know that by giving this out, I'm able to help myself. It wasn't up until I almost died where I realized that this information is really important. Today's topic, we're talking about the introduction, chapter 1 to Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill's famous book. It's right here, Think and Grow Rich. So we're talking about the introduction of the man who thought his way into partnership with Thomas Edison, and basically how thoughts are things, how your thinking becomes the life you live. You have a choice. Do you let people get to you, or do you accept things for what they are and forget about them? Don't overthink it. William James, a professor from Harvard in the 1900s, he says that you can only hold on to a thought for 30 seconds. So if you're holding on to a negative thought, you're going to get in a negative vibration. And I'm prone to that. That happens to me, regardless how much I've learned this immaterial, regardless if I can make millions of dollars or if I could run a successful business. Now, this is your business, right? So it's like, okay, what do you have to do? And you might connect well with me, you might connect well with somebody else, right? So you have to realize that you're going to grow. You're going to work with people that you connect with well with. Um, I've been studying this material for 10 years. I was always broke, the same story as Bob Proctor. I started reading Think and Grow Rich, and everything else changed. It changed because I started changing my faculty of my perception of how I see things. So I don't focus on what other people are doing. I love other people's success. Don't get me wrong. I want the success for everyone, but I'm focusing on my goals, on my desires. And that's the second chapter in Think and Grow Rich. So you have to understand that we're working with something bigger than us. We're working with the power, and your thoughts are literally creating your reality, your thoughts. So it's like, okay, well, does Ross's information help me? Yes, it could. How can I apply it to my business? For those people that want to work with people and help them, you can't help them unless you help yourself. It's like the blind leading the blind. So it's like, yes, you're going to need personal growth and development. You're going to understand that the mind is not the brain, the mind is in activity, and everyone thinks they know more than you. I get that all the time, but I think I've come pretty close to knowing what the mind is and how to create a shift in my life. And I'm not going to talk to you about my assets or how much money I'm worth or like stuff that has to do with material. I'm leaving the material for later, right? I'm leaving, you guys know I'm not from the United Kingdom. I'm from Chicago, and I had to get used to everything out here, everything. I was used to having the wrong type of food in Chicago because we're known for having really good food, and I had to get used to eating, different food. And to some people it's uncomfortable. But in the beginning, when you get this information, it's going to be uncomfortable. In the beginning, when you're trying to go to P5000 or rank up or go to the next level, it's going to be uncomfortable. When people are putting you down saying, you're a nobody. What do you have? You have nothing. It's going to be uncomfortable because there's a price. There's a price to pay in your success. My price is like walking alone with myself. So you have to be happy about you because you have a self-image. It's like they say that you get to know yourself when you go to the park and you're by yourself. You get to know who you are. And it's like the more you know who you are, the higher the frequency will be increased in your thoughts and your feelings. And you'll attract an abundance. You'll attract an abundance, but you cannot let people derail you. Because remember, the Profit Express is like going to the mountain of success. And in that train, there's going to be a lot of people that want to go to success. But during the route to success, you're going to have a river of fear. You're going to have a nightclub of partying and procrastination. You're going to have a lot of things that are going to distract you from your goal. And yes, you have to take action. You have to write down how you want your life to be. But Napoleon Hill says that there's a difference between wishing for a thing and manifesting it. and being ready to receive it. No one's ready for a thing until they believe they can acquire it. The state of mind must be belief, not mere hope or wish. So it's like, do you really believe that you can have success in your life? Do you believe that you can do more, be more, and have more? And when you really think about it, it's like people don't believe. They do not believe. I'm getting messages from people talking about, hey, I know you're doing a call. Just go to the group. In the beginning, you're not going to believe that you can be self-employed. How does a guy from Chicago find an apartment, right? No 9 to 5 income, no job, no 9 to 5. I'm able to feed myself, move myself around. I'm actually going to start looking for a home out here. How, if I don't have the money, right? That's what you're thinking. How do you do it if you don't have the money? If you sat down and talked to Bob Proctor for 15 minutes, he'd totally change the way you think. Now, I'm not Bob Proctor, I'm Ross Garcia, but I have something great to tell you guys. I've studied this information for years. And I tell you right now, if you write it, if you repeat it, if you auto-suggest it, it says right here, if you auto-suggest it and it goes into your subconscious mind, it has no ability to reject. It has no ability to reject. It must accept. So it's like, it says here in the introduction of Think and Grow Rich, it says, truly, thoughts are things, and powerful things at that. When they are mixed with definiteness of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire for their translation into riches or other material objects. So really think, like, this is the introduction to Think and Grow Rich. Truly, thoughts are things. Thoughts become things. Actually, Bob Proctor wrote a book about that. Thoughts are things. And powerful things at that. When they are mixed with definiteness of purpose, persistence, a burning desire for their translation into riches or other material objects. Like, I'm going to post in Wealth Mindset group. One of my students that's in California sent me a video, and I don't mean to impress you, I mean to impress upon you. Like, this much, okay, hundreds of dollars. And he's like, look, check it out. How did he do it? Right? How did he do it? He did it because when I met him, he was cutting hair for a barbershop. He was working for Tony and Guy in Arizona. And I told him, I'm like, hey, look, you know, where do you see yourself? What do you want? When he started to get this information, he started to go after his big goals. Now, our big goal is to help people to have residual income. And I was talking to Ruda maybe a month ago, and I was having a difficult time because I've only focused on sending this information out for people can understand it. I didn't focus on like having a business with no expenses, right? I didn't focus on I Am Mastery Academy. I didn't focus on P5000 or Chairman 10. All I focused was on the creation process, on how to create my life. Not how other people told me, but how I wanted my life to be, how I was going to manifest what I wanted, not what my girlfriend or anyone else would tell me, what I wanted to do for me, not for my mom, not for my dad, for me. And it was like, well, you get to a point where you're like, why are you doing this? Why? Because I haven't made millions of dollars in the personal growth and development field, even though I'm writing my first book with Peggy McCall, Bob Proctor's like right hand in the business. She's a New York Times bestseller, and the title for my first book is The Profit Express, because it's based on a train, a path to success. What did Earl Nightingale say about success? Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So it's like, what is it that you really want to do? So I talk about this information, but I participate 150%. I give 150%, you know, and you have to be consistent. If you hear from me one week and I say, oh, I'm going away, I'll see you guys later on. It's not going to work, guys, because you guys are listening to me. And I've made millions of dollars. I've made my first million at 33. I own this company here, which I actually have hats, the loan modification clinic. Okay. So I started this company, 800 phone number, helping people throughout the United States, but it didn't make me happy. That's why I joined this business. Because in this business, you can help other people by helping yourself through personal growth and development, by changing the way you think. People are going to leave your business if you don't have the right person to help you. Guaranteed. Okay. Why are they going to leave your business? Because if you cannot explain this to someone else, this is a transfer of wealth. If you can explain this to someone, if you can take what I'm helping you in and it helps someone, they begin to question why they're even working at their job from 9 to 5. And when they question it, they're at work. You're working with another client, trying to help them create a lifestyle where they don't have to clock in. But that other person that you were trying to help, he's going to come around. He might not come around this week, but eventually he will come around. Why? Because you've explained to him that he's been living in a world that is changing. Look it, we have to wear masks. People talk about, oh yeah, I want a beautiful house, a nice car. Those are depreciating assets in these current times. Obviously, you're going to need somewhere to live, but those are depreciating assets. But regardless if they're depreciating assets or not, it's what you're thinking about. Because remember, in the book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles, he literally says that the energy just is. Now, Napoleon Hill in this book, in the introduction, he's not telling you what Wallace is telling you. He's telling you that your thoughts become things. And everything that you've been looking at the outside is a reflection of what's going on inside. So for the people joining the call, you can find these videos on YouTube, Wealth Mindset Group, but you could also find them on our Zoom. But everything that is going on inside of you is creating things in your outside world. And these things are either serving you or hurting you to getting to the next level. Now, what are these things? People. How do I attract Sabil? How do I attract Wendy? How do I attract these people to the calls? How did I attract people, Chisha, to the call? How do I attract Anise to the call? How do I attract G to the call? Why are people on the call? Because people know what I'm saying. They can connect with me because I've been broke. I've been in a negative vibration. Last night I was in a negative vibration because I didn't know whether to continue the call or to drop the calls. I was going to cancel the calls, but something told me stick to your call because you have a purpose in this organization. It's not about me, guys. It's about you. And I'm willing to learn this information because I know that the energy is going to serve me. It might not serve me through Sabil, it might not serve me through Wendy, but guess what? It's going to serve me because Napoleon Hill and Bob Proctor and even Earl Nightingale, they say that when you help other people, good things happen because the energy is not just all around you, but it's all around them and the other people around them. And when you commit it to memory, when you write down what is it that you really, really want, you start going for your goal and you're persistent, your thoughts become those things, big numbers. Make a big number look small. Make a million look small. Write a million. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm making $1 million a month. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm making $1 million a year. Whatever your belief system is, what did William James say? He says that your belief system is based upon your evaluation of something. And frequently, if you reevaluate a situation, your beliefs about that situation will change. And that's what I did. I reevaluated my life. I said, no, I don't want to work at the loan modification clinic. I don't want to have expenses. I want to be free. I want to teach people, help them get to where they want to be and be compensated. That's how this stuff works. So thoughts are things. That's the first introduction to Think and Grow Rich. We got to get the calls. These calls have to be fast paced, guys. We do these calls every day, Monday through Friday. And tomorrow is going to be on desire. So remember, your thoughts are becoming your reality. So control the thought. This is basically your gym at 12 o'clock, your gym. So your gym is like, hey, I got to go to the gym. I got to work on my mind. And then I move on to something else. And look, I failed thousands of times. So like I said, you're going to go through failure. You're going to go through all these hurdles, but it's okay. So once again, this is the first introduction of Think and Grow Rich. These are 30-minute segments every single day. We're putting them on YouTube. We're putting them on Zoom. So I want to give it back to Sybil for being on the call while she's driving. So let's drop some 777s and then let's end the call at 12:30 because one of our business partners is going to be doing a presentation. So I want to give it up to Sybil, 777. And don't give up, guys. Keep going, okay? Keep going, guys. I don't care if your bank account is dwindling or if you're making millions of dollars. You're going to need this information, guys. So just stick to your guns and do not quit.
Thank you, Ross. Thank you, Ross. Let's, guys, put fire emojis for our amazing Bob Proctor consultant, Ross Garcia. He's in